a Kenyan channel pushing information to Kenyan viewers through digital television platforms.
Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
News.
Thank you for choosing Maisha Television for this broadcast.
Information.
The classes were in a poor condition.
Cultural programming. Coming to you through all major broadcasting platforms. Special in-depth coverage from around Kenya. Exclusive reporting from all across Kenya and the continent. Maisha TV presents high-class programming, engaging talk shows from our studios and outside broadcasting on a wide range of issues with trending perspectives.
I'm really asking our guys who are behind the camera to look for that clip and then play that clip.
Telling Kenyan stories you won't hear elsewhere.
The most wicked sight in my life is to see his tongue hanging almost up to here.
Tangu corona ianze mwezi wa 3 tumekuwa na changamoto mingi.
Watching stimulating debates on a hot seat.
I guess. Wait, I don't know. Wait. Let me tell you. Wait. No.
The latest happenings from around you on Maisha Prime. The Prime talk shows connects us with realities of life. Hivi sasa, looking at your everyday life.
Wazazi wameweza kuwapa uhuru watoto wao
and local business, finance and investment.
Some levels of smuggling of sugar.
Maisha TV digital platform engages users everywhere through multimedia approach technology. A Maisha Television digital platform, your local and continental channel platform where you choose it, watch it and love it. Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. Nabongo Teachers Training College is now inviting applications from interested and suitable students for Diploma in Primary Teacher Education, DPTE, for 3 years. Upgrade from P1 to Diploma Primary Teacher Education for 9 months. DTE, Diploma Teacher Education Secondary Option. We are now admitting secondary school students from Form 1 to Form 3 entries. Welcome to Nabongo Teachers Training College. Call now 0704 366 140 0704 366 140 for Nabongo Teachers Training College admission. Call us now 0711 574 423 0711 574 423 Nabongo Teachers Training College, Bungoma.
Vitambulisho ambavyo vimekuwa processed na havijachukuliwa na wenyewe upande wa North Rift, kule Turkana, West Pokot, Samburu, Elgeyo Marakwet, hizo counties ni 24,000. Alafu upande wa South Rift, hii Nakuru, Bomet, Kericho, Narok, Kajiado ni 47,000. Kwa hivyo kwa jumla ni 71,000. Na hizi vitambulisho tungependa kuwasi wale watu ambao walikuja kutafuta kitambulisho, na within 2 months lazima mtu akuja angalie kitambulisho imefika wapi, achukue ID yake. Lakini pia nimetoa amri kwamba kila deputy county commissioner ambaye ni DC aenda achukue vitambulisho.
glad you tuned into Maisha Television. This is Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Chebet Kerin. Welcome, and we start with the political story. Few days after meeting the ODM party leader Raila Odinga, the Mount Kenya Foundation on Thursday 7th met yet another political group as the race for status gains momentum. The Mount Kenya Foundation, a group of business leaders and political power brokers, met leadership of the One Kenya Alliance, which brings together the ANC led by Musalia Mudavadi, KANU Party under Gideon Moi, Wiper led by Kalonzo Musyoka, and the Ford Kenya Party led by Moses Wetangula. Our reporter Antonio Sundo brings us that story.
Oka leaders Kalonzo of Wiper, Musalia Mudavadi of Amani National Congress, Gideon Moi of KANU, and Moses Wetangula of Ford Kenya met the Mount Kenya Foundation leadership at Nairobi's Safari Park Hotel to present in what is widely believed to be a deal-making parley ahead of the 2022 elections.
Sometimes there have been some serious discrepancies. Some of us are senior counsel. My brother Weta is a senior advocate. We are officers of the High Court. We would want to see a nation that works very, very closely, the three arms of government, so that we can pull the citizens together.
What we want to achieve is not a hustling nation. We want to achieve a thriving nation. This is what we want to achieve. So we must change and make sure that farmers are paid promptly, whether it is tea, whether it is coffee, whether it is milk. We must make sure that our policemen are paid adequately, our teachers are paid adequately. We must allow business to grow, and we give them the necessary support for them to grow.
They were also joined by United Democratic Party leader and former Lugari MP Cyrus Jirongo. Kalonzo urged the Mount Kenya region to exercise voter integrity in 2022, reminding them of the role he played in the 2007 general elections.
We do not have the monopoly of ideas, but we think that united, this nation will stand together. That's why you saw us today having tea with our sister, Mother Karua. That's why you saw us going to see our brother Moses Turia in hospital.
KANU leader Gideon Moi said policies need implementation, otherwise they just remain ideas.
That it does not matter which economic model we present to you. It does not matter. We can give you the most and the best economic model here. But let me assure you, it will be pointless if we are not in power to carry out, it will not, those policies. And you cannot wish it, that it will happen. Things do not just happen. It is made to happen. And every one of you who is here today must take responsibility for that.
Oka says it believes in an all-inclusive nation where no one is left behind.
To achieve growth, you need peace. To have a working economy for everybody, yani uchumi bora na pesa mfukoni, we need peace. However, to sustain the peace, you also need a working economy. They underpin each other. So for us to have peace, let us create jobs for people.
The Oka principals have collectively pledged loyalty to President Uhuru Kenyatta. Each bears ambitions to succeed him. According to insiders, the group will eventually meet President Uhuru Kenyatta to present its preferred presidential candidates. This comes after President Uhuru Kenyatta is being seen as managing his succession after he met Oka principals.
And I know seated with us among the 5, we will have the president of this country, the next president of this country.
Who except Wetangula have declared interest in the presidency. Equity Bank former chairman Peter Munga, former Kenya Revenue Authority Commissioner General Michael Weweru, and former Kenya Airports Authority Chairman George Muhoho are some of the big shots in the group. Anthony Osundwa for Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
Thank you so much, Osundwa. And now Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya has dismissed Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi's presidential bid, saying he does not have political muscles to deliver presidency. Let's have a look.
Siasa ya 2022 iko baina ya mtu anaitwa Raila Amolo Odinga na William Ruto. Watu wangapi? Muandike chini. Farasi ni ngapi? Hii ingine ni pu. Wewe pita hapa Lugari, ingia hapo Nandi, usikie watu wanaongea nini. Utoka hapo uende Kericho, uende Nakuru, uende Nairobi, uende Mombasa. Ndio ukitoka huko, ndio unasema hii mambo yenu inakuishia tu hapa hapa. Hata mlima Nandi haipiti. Mbona wanasema utapata president kutoka wapi? Sitaki mumalize nafasi mahali hakuna nafasi ya kupata urais.
Embu University Vice Chancellor Professor Daniel Mugendi is appealing to the government to increase funding to the institutions of higher learning whose operational services are threatened due to lack of finances. Professor Mugendi says most public universities are no longer in a position to effectively meet their financial obligations.
Right now, the universities are going through a lot of financial difficulties, and all we're asking the government is to increase the funding to the universities because we are not funded properly. We have gone what you call DUC, differentiated unit cost, which the government is supposed to fund at 80%, but when you see what the government is funding currently, like this year we are told they are only funding about 30% or that 1%, where we would draw our money from what we call the self-sponsored programs, or the parallel programs, or the Monty 2 programs. Those ceased about 4 years ago. And actually the last batch of the students have just graduated 2 weeks ago. So we have a challenge there in that the expenses for the university are increasing year in, year out, but then you find the budget are declining.
Mumias West Technical and Vocational College, which is located in Mumias, that is in Kakamega County, is an institution which is committed to providing affordable, accessible, sustainable and quality training to the learners. The institution offers various courses certified by TVETA. Bushebi Jr. with that details.
To empower youths in the society, the government has invested much in the vocational centers as a way of providing the trainees with skills in the technical industry. Many institutions have been established in various parts of the country for easy access for the learners, as Job Emutati, the Deputy Principal of Mumias West Vocational Training Center, narrates.
My names are Job Emutati Washuma. I'm the Deputy Principal of Mumias West Technical and Vocational College. This is a technical and vocational college in Mumias West constituency in Kakamega County. It is one of the colleges that was started by the government of Kenya, so that we have a technical institution in every constituency in Kenya. So we want to take this opportunity to thank the government of Kenya and even the Jubilee government for having given us this opportunity to bring down the skills to the youths of this country.
The Mumias West Vocational Training Center offers courses such as plumbing, hairdressing, ICT, business courses, among others.
ICT, we have electrical engineering, and under electrical we have power option, we have telecom, and we also have electronics. We have plumbing, we have hairdressing and beauty therapy, we have fashion design and garment making, We have a variety of different courses in business, including human resource, accountancy, business management, lower levels. As we are living today, or as we are moving on forward today, we are in talks with other corporations so that we start lower courses, which will be able to take a shorter period of time. We are in talks with other agencies like GIZ, which is supported by the government of Kenya and Germany, so that we can mount up courses in general agriculture or agriculture, which will be able to take a very short period of time.
According to Mr. Emutati, the institution has well-equipped facilities in all courses they offer.
It stands at 525 trainees. We are not fully equipped in everything, but we have most of the things that can be able to make us going and impart the skills. This is because we are a new institution, having started only 3 years ago. We have goodwill and support from the local leadership, from the support of area MP, Honorable Johnson Naika, who has really worked hard to make this institution grow to the level where we are, despite having been new. It is not easy to make an enrollment of 525 just in 3 years. But thank the area MP who mobilized his resources and gave us maximum support for us to reach where we are. We are moving forward. We shall be mounting more courses. We shall be making new programs, and we shall be moving forward. We have a rich human resource and support of trainees.
Mumias West Vocational Training College also offers more advanced courses such as mechatronic engineering at level 5 and 6 to its trainees.
This college has a wide range of courses. We have a curriculum of 30 different courses. Among the courses that we have is mechatronics engineering, which is a unique course in this country.
My name is Langat. I am a trainer here, and I'm the head of Department Electrical and Electronics Department, of which this section of mechatronics engineering is part of it. Mechatronics engineering is a section in electrical engineering that basically deals with mechanization. It's about using technology to run your systems at home, in the industry, and you can be able to use this course to come up with projects that actually they are revolutionary, because they change how things are done in your area of specialization, whether it is in... These are state-of-art equipment that was supplied by the government, and we are utilizing this actually to come up with very good trainees or engineers who are going to solve problems out there.
Reporting for Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, Ambujabi Junior.
With the ongoing exercise of voter registration, Kisii County Governor James Ongwae has challenged the local leadership to go out and mobilize residents to register as voters. Ongwae says the prevailing low turnout countrywide is worrying. There has been concerns of low turnout since the commencement of the exercise on Monday this week.
We have a shortfall right now of 203,000 voters that have not registered.
Governor Ongwae is calling on leaders to rally their constituents behind the exercise.
Talk to your brothers and sisters who could be in colleges, wherever they are. Tell them to register in large numbers. The IEBC has a target within which we have to achieve. And from the way we have performed in the last 2 days, our performance has been below expectation.
We want to get the uncollected ID cards so that we can work with the chiefs to ensure that they reach their owners and that the owners can be able to
And now let's get the impact of COVID-19 to small-scale traders as narrated by Anthony Osundwa.
In December 2019, a new respiratory illness referred to as COVID-19 caused by a novel coronavirus was first detected in the central Chinese city of Wuhan. Within the first 5 weeks of the outbreak, tens of thousands of people were infected and more than 1,000 died. The outbreak has been categorized as a public health emergency by the World Health Organization. Not surprisingly, the virus is having economic impact throughout the world, and the major economic sectors in Kenya have not been spared. Traders have been forced to close their businesses, downgrade, or survive with losses or low income. Health measures imposed in Kenya, such as curfew, have left many businesses hurting, and this is the impact of COVID-19 on traders.
Started as a foreign issue, but when it landed to our country on March 12th, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected many of the fields, the most affected area being the small-scale businesses, who felt a hard time as every restriction given by the Minister of Health to curb the spread of the virus sounded negative to the traders.
It is important that we continue to remind the people to adhere to the strict COVID regulations that have been given.
Every eye is now watching on how and when the economy will be fully opened to give the trading system a humble time.
That as many people in this country have been vaccinated as possible. It is the only way we can be able to fully open our economy.
Many of the traders say away from the limited time between them and their customers, they highly suffer from the low economy, a state that pushes their customers to bargain on lowering the prices, thus causing losses on their businesses.
Matatizo wakina mama wamekuwa wakipata.
On the streets of Bungoma town in Bungoma County, we met Evelyn Otieno, a tailor who narrates on how dangerous the state of the COVID-19 has been on the small-scale traders.
Mimi naitwa Evelyn Otieno. Nimeanza tu hii mwaka Januari. Venye nilijifunza tu hii nikaona hii ndio nitawezana nayo. Kulingana na hii corona venye ilikuja ikaharibu ndio naona bado iko chini. Kabla ijaingia ilikuwa at least bado tulikuwa tunapata patako, lakini venye iliingia biashara yenyewe ikakuja ikakuwa ni customer. Material iko, customer ndio inakuwa ngumu. Mambo tuna pesa na economy iko chini. Sasa tunajua katika hiyo heka na hiyo kafi venye ilikuja. Si rahisi uone customer. Unaona tu customer moja si rahisi ukuje uone customer. Unaona tu customer moja tu. Si kama vile kama bado COVID ijakuja. Hiyo wakati customer anaweza fuatana hata kama 3 4. Sasa hiyo unaweza kaa ndio ukuje upate customer mmoja.
She urges the county government of Bungoma to limit the license rate so that they can purchase them easily other than the daily charges on receipts.
Mambo na license siwezi sema wanatusumbua, kwa kama unaweza amua ukate license hapa kunanga shida, lakini sisi tunakatanga receipt. License ilikuwa wako juu kiasi ikanishinda nikaamua tu kukata receipt. Ilikuwa lakini si mbaya ukikata license. License ni mzuri kushinda hii ya kukata receipt kila siku. Sisi tungeomba tu tusaidie kama tunaweza tukate tu license kuliko kukata receipt. Kwa sababu kukata receipt tunaumia sana. Uendeka unaweza kosa hiyo pesa, lakini yeye hata jua kama umekosa hiyo pesa anaitaka. anaitaka. Lakini license ukishakata hata ukikosa haina shida, umeshakata.
She also goes on to urge her business partners to always maintain being faithful with the business lane.
Tukazane tu na hii maisha ya COVID, tukazane kwa sababu tutawacha, tutakula wapi? Nani atatupea? Hakuna, lazima tu tutie tu bidii.
Since the onset of COVID-19, many small-scale traders have continued to decry over the tough measures imposed by the Ministry of Health to curb its spread. For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Anthony Osundo.
Well, folks, that's all we had for Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Kering, and today, after this, I'll be coming on PLG Thursday, that is Politics, Leadership, and Governance. Make sure you don't miss out.
Maisha TV, the Kenyan channel pushing information to Kenyan viewers through digital television platforms.
Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
News.
Thank you for choosing Maisha Television for this broadcast.
Information.
The classes were in a poor condition.
Cultural programming. Coming to you through all major broadcasting platforms. Special in-depth coverage from around Kenya. Exclusive reporting from all across Kenya and the continent. Maisha TV presents high-class programming, engaging talk shows from our studios and outside broadcasting on a wide range of issues with trending perspectives.
I'm really asking our guys who are behind the camera to look for that clip and then play that clip.
Telling Kenyan stories you won't hear elsewhere.
The most wicked sight in my life is to see his tongue hanging almost up to here.
Tangu corona ianze mwezi wa 3 tumekuwa na changamoto mingi.
Watching stimulating debates on a hot seat.
I guess. Wait, I don't know. Wait. Let me tell you about the seat. No.
The latest happenings from around you on Maisha Prime. The Prime Talk shows connects us with realities of life. Hivi sasa, looking at your everyday life.
Wazazi wameweza kuwapa uhuru watoto wao na ndiposa
and local business, finance and investment.
Some levels of smuggling of sugar.
Maisha TV digital platform engages users everywhere through multimedia approach technology. The Maisha Television digital platform, your local and continental channel platform where you choose it, watch it and love it.
That is Politics, Leadership and Governance. I'm your host, Rida Kering, and you can follow this conversation. We are live on our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TVKE. You can also send in your comment at 0746 999 841. And today I have two guests, and one of them is not in the studios, Alex Mwanzia. And I also have another guest who is new, Honorable Anzia, who is an aspiring MCA for Bungoma Township. Karibuni sana.
Asante sana.
So I'll start with you, Anzia. Just introduce yourself for like 1 minute, less than a minute actually.
Asante. Viewers and all the people that have joined us today. My name is Jotham Anzia. I'm an aspirant, political aspirant here in Township, Bungoma. I'm vying as an MCA. Mimi ni kijana mtaa, nimezaliwa hapa, nimelelewa hapa. Na niko hapa kwa sababu ya mimi I'm affiliated to OKA. Mimi natetea mambo ya Mudavadi. And that's why I'm here. Asante.
Yeah, we must together to what was running OKA, that includes ANC, Wiper, Ford Kenya, and KANU. And then Alex.
Yes, my name is Alex Wanzala, and Chebet, thank you for having me again. Na nimefurahi kusikia mwenzangu anasema anatoka kwa OKA. I think watu wa Bungoma sasa wanaangalia uone mambo gani atasema, na I'm very glad for him to be here. And I think it's going to be a great talk.
Yeah, so karibuni sana, and you can just leave your comment there. We can read your comments. You can send in. I've given out the number, which is 0746 49841. And now let's just go direct into our conversation tonight. And OKA Chiefs on Thursday met with the Mount Kenya Foundation, led by the former Equity Bank Chairman Peter Munga, former KRM Commissioner General Michael Oweru, and former Kenya Airports Authority Chairman George Mboho, among other leaders, and they met at Safari Park Hotel. The question that I would just like to throw to you, I'll start with you, Honorable Anzia. Why is the Mount Kenya Foundation meeting leaders? We saw they started with Raila and now they're in OKA. Why these two parties leaders?
Like I said, and I normally believe that politics is all about interest. And politics is also about numbers. So when you look at, like, let us say, the former Central Province, their voting patterns, how they normally vote, how once they vote like a pyramid. They normally start listening from the top. What our top elites are talking about politics of 2022. Like they started with Raila Odinga. Ulisikia kwamba Raila Odinga anakutana na mabwenyenye na Ruto anakutana na mahasula chini. That is a political strategy, of which, like I said, it's like a pyramid. What the top elites will decide, then huku chini watafata hivyo. And that's why we are still bargaining. I believe that people like Peter Munga and the ones that you have mentioned, they have influence. You need to meet those top opinion leaders. You need to meet influencers. You need to meet these business people so that you can shape the way you do your politics come 2022. And you're still bargaining. Tutakutana na hao watu ya huko juu, tutakutana na wamama, tutakutana na mama mboga, tutakutana na watu ya pikipiki. As the time goes, na mambo itakuwa tu vizuri. Yeah. So, definitely, we believe that this is our time as OKA. We believe that Mudavadi is going to be the flag bearer. We believe that we are going to have Mount Kenya as our brothers. We are going to have them in OKA. It's just a matter of time.
So before I just throw another question based on what you just said, let me just allow Alex to answer my first question. Why is the Mount Kenya Foundation meeting these leaders?
Well, thank you again, Chebet. First of all, I want to say that I think it is high time that people, or maybe the citizens of this country, should be able to embrace what democracy is. And I think what is happening in Mount Kenya, I think it's just a portrait of that. Because recently we have seen Raila Amolo Odinga visiting the mountain, and of course he climbed the mountain. Right now we are seeing the OKA principles now again have been invited. So you see, people are entitled to give their, their opinions, their ideas, their ideologies. And I think it's high time, even in every part of this country, we should invite politicians to come and be able to give their thoughts or their opinions about what, or their interests. Because we do believe we live in a democratic country. So I think, to me, it is not a big deal you know, that I'm seeing the OCA principles going to Mount Kenya. What I can say is, it is the time, it is the opportunity, and I think to me, it is the way forward in this country that the political process should be shaping in. Yeah.
Yeah, and earlier on we saw the OCA members, which include the ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi. We have the Ford Kenya party leader Moses Wetangula, the Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, and the KANU leader Gideon Moi. They refused to meet the Mount Kenya Foundation because they say that they openly endorsed Raila Odinga for presidency 2022. What do you say about that, Anzi?
I think they never really endorsed Raila Odinga. For them, they want to meet almost all the presidential candidates. And they started with the Honorable Raila Odinga, which, according to Alex, it was a big deal. Now, this Mount Kenya Foundation committee, now they are meeting OCA principles. To him, it's not a big deal. You see, put in consideration that Mount Kenya region are not going to have a presidential candidate come 2022. So they are like, tunasema tunawapombeleza, tunawakatia tuingishe box, because for now, hiyo ni kama itakuwa kama swing vote, of which tunataka we want to harvest from that. You see, like I said before, that for them, they normally listen to these top elites, of which you are meeting them. Then these top elites, Kikuyu top elites, they are going to pass that information towards the people on the ground. Like I said, for now, tunajua uchumi ndio iko pabaya, na Musalia Mudavadi ako na yote ambayo inawezekana kubadilisha uchumi wa nchi hii. Nilimsikiliza Honorable Raila Odinga akisema ya kwamba yeye ndiye alikuwa architect wa hizo mabypass na kila kitu. Hizo tuko nazo. Ya kwamba yeye kama alikuwa architect wa kuleta hizo mabypass na hizo maflyover, hiyo tulifanya. Uhuru alikuja akamalizia. Sasa tunataka mtu wa kutubadilishia uchumi. Pesa mfukoni. Hiyo ndio kibagizo yetu.
I can see Alex anataka kujibu sana kutokana na hiyo.
I'll tell you what. You know, Mount Kenya people, these are people who have resources. Most of these people, they run the economy of this country because they are based on, trade and even big, farming. So I think they cannot be able to go with people who are going to lose by the end of the day. So I think they're listening to OCA principles. You know, they're giving them ear to see what does these people they have to say. But when you look it in a good perspective, you'll be able to realize at this particular time, when you compare the OCA principles and the great Raila Amolo Odinga, I think from the three, no one can be able to take Raila Amolo Odinga down, and which is very conspicuous. Nitakwambia nini? How watu wa Mount Kenya, about most of them, they are business people who are representing, because by the end of the day, Raila cannot be able, the OCA principle cannot be able to meet everyone in that particular region. They have these people who have big influence, like those business people. So they can be able to take the grievances of the people to this, the principle, like for OCA. So what I can tell is, these people, they are interested in someone who can be able to carry their cross, someone who can be able to present their interest, not just anyone else. So what I can say is, let them go there, let them talk what they have to say. They are going to be listened. Just to tell my friend here, has been talking about, Mudavadi, that Mudavadi has a very good mindset in terms of economy.
It's true.
Mudavadi, and I want to be honest here in this studio, that Mudavadi has been, minister for quite a while. Mudavadi, once he was the deputy president of this country, regardless the shortest period of time. Mudavadi has been a member of parliament. And when you go to his former constituency right now, even the roads are pathetic. So I'm even perplexed when this guy is talking about Maendeleo. And this guy, we have never seen Maendeleo himself. So I think that is just a lie. He's just trying to, to second, because by the end of the day, is one of the OCA affiliates. So I think, but let us tell Wananchi the facts here, Chebet, that when you look into central Kenya, just like I've told you earlier on, they want someone who can be able to represent them. You remember the election of 2002? We had Uhuru there on the ballot. We also had Kibaki. But why did they support Kibaki and leave aside Uhuru? Regardless, he's coming from the same place. So we are talking about people who can be able to deliver by the end of the day. People who have that vision. people have the interest to salvage this country.
Yeah, and still talking
Okay,
about-
can I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable Alex say that Mount Kenya region, those business community, they can't support a person who is going to lose. So to him, he's contradicting himself because they first started with Raila Odinga. They had to hear what does Raila Odinga have on the table. They were not convinced. That's why they called the Oka principles to come in.
But I've said it's a free country. It's a democratic country. We have to give ear to everyone.
If you say that they want to listen to a person who can win, then they should be convinced with the Raila Odinga and his agendas and his manifesto. Now, now this is the...
No, the electioneering period is still not over. We are just some few months to election. So we are going to give each and every person an opportunity. Even Dida can go there. There's no problem. Dida can go there.
That is one which we can agree that they are going to give all presidential
yes.
an equal chance to be listened to.
They should not be biased.
Not that they are going to listen to people who are going to fail or who are going to lose.
That is according to my explanation.
Exactly. So the second point that you made, of which I think I'm realistic, I go with what is the realistic.
Yes.
You say that Honorable Mudavadi has been in parliament and you have bad roads in his backyard. The same we can say about Raila Odinga. He has been an MP for Langata for all these years, but where do you get the biggest where do you get the biggest slum?
Can I just say something about that?
We all knew how Kanu used to operate. It was all about President Moi. And you were all under the mercies of the PCs, the disease, and all that. Now, when we got Kibaki coming in 2002, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi was not in parliament. At least there we had such things like affirmative actions, CDF funds were introduced. So you cannot judge him the way you can judge Raila Odinga.
Let me just
what did he do with
just one sentiment, and I think I'll be done with my friend here.
Let us be realistic, my friend.
When you go to South Africa, the slums of Soweto is the biggest slum in Africa. But it is the place that the great man of this country, of Africa, called Nelson Mandela, the late Nelson Mandela, was born there. So I think him saying that since Raila has been a member of parliament for Langata all this while, and you see there are some of
Nelson Mandela was the president.
Let me just say what I want to say. You know, we have a role in government. We have roles. The members of parliament have been given roles. It's not a work of member of parliament to build houses for people. It is the work of the national government. Listen, let me clear what I'm saying. When you go right now to Kibra, the roads there. The roads there are looking good, and I've been there. The toilets have been brought up. Why? The cutters of who? It is Raila Odinga who came up with this urban housing from that particular point.
Can you justify?
The life has been changed.
Who made those projects?
He's lying. It is in cabinet. It was a World Bank project.
Who pushed for that?
Cabinet.
And you see, he has the facts. He's just trying to camouflage. He has the facts.
You are lying. You are lying.
My friend, I cannot lie to people.
You are lying.
Let me take you back.
Because okay, he said that Mudavadi has been in parliament, in government. He has done nothing. And we can agree that when Mudavadi took over as the finance minister, he got the government when it was broke. Then he tried to change the government. You can go
those
to
are
the
just
records.
No shots.
No, it's not.
Those are just no
these
shots.
are facts.
This
when
guy
he took over,
talking about this guy has been a kingpin for Luya for how long? People are crumpling here in Luya. We have constraints. Talking about our industry.
No,
talking about our industry. Who should be pushing for agenda or the interest of the people of this particular block?
Put his point, then.
This is my point. You see, let us not argue. Let us have these things with facts. When Mudavadi took over as a finance minister, he got this country on its knees. Even the World Bank, the international bodies walikuwa wamekataa kukopesha Kenya pesa because things were not adding up. There was a lot of confusion in the government. He brought order. Na yeye ndiye alijaribu ku advise government on how to do to make sure that our GDP is growing and all that. That's number one. That's a fact. When it comes to Kibaki government after 2007, he was the Minister of Local Governments. He did a lot. alikuja change that ministry, akakuja akaweka new blood, akafanya maendeleo. Municipalities, the assistant minister of that time was Karisa Maitha. Kenya ilifanya vizuri sana. Tell me which ministry or which time that Raila Odinga did something that you can give him credit.
Do you want me to? I have a list. Let me tell you.
Just give maybe can you give what Raila did?
You know, when you're talking
half of the government.
In fact, let me go back to coalition government. Let me go back to coalition government. When Raila Odinga was the prime minister for this country, we saw a lot. We saw a lot in terms of infrastructure. We saw a lot in terms of healthcare. We saw a lot because people, we should not be able to speculate. Let us go to the factuals. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to imply here. We had a very big development in terms of infrastructure during that particular time, especially in the cities. Look right now, the national government, how many roads have been brought up? Many roads. And I want to tell you this. There was this discussion that people are trying to, to compare during the 2013 to 2017 time, and during the 2007 and 2013, during that time, where the developments were. It is during that time that we had a lot of developments. Even the things to do with graft, there were no graft during that time. Right now we are talking about, we are living in a debtless country. Debts everywhere. Why? So I think Raila Odinga played a very key role in terms of this country, and that one is in the record. It is in the history of this country. So let us not just be able to.
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Honorable Alice is lying. You see, let me try to help you. Unajua, after devolution government, after forming the devolution government in 2010, after having the new constitution in 2010, ilipatia kila party an opportunity to be in the government. This is the way. After election of 2013, after Raila Odinga has lost, angekuja hivi kulingana maoni yangu, of which tungesema ya kwamba now Raila Odinga is working, he could call all his governors. Unaona? In ANC, on our side, we did not have the governors. Unaona? Then from there we could know that in ODM there is leadership. Ungeona county kama Siaya ingeinuka, county kama Migori ingeinuka, county kama Turkana ingeinuka, uko coastal regions. Tungeone hapo tuseme ya kwamba now this is ODM that is it's doing. Now you want us to elect ODM. Na tunaona what is happening in Jubilee is the same thing. The corruption that is in Jubilee is the same corruption is in ODM.
There's no corruption in ODM.
Kingi akitoka ODM alikuwa anasema ya kwamba Raila Odinga alikuwa anamuitisha almost 3 million akakataa.
Those are just allegations. I'm sure there's no factuals.
Not allegations.
Those are just allegations.
Governors have been crying.
Those are just allegations. You have to be talking facts because you can get arrested here. I'll tell you what. Let us not go against the line that Raila Odinga has not been able to change this.
He never showed leadership to his governors. He was controlling. How many governors that did Raila Odinga have?
No, let us not talk
how
about...
many counties are...
let us not talk about politics.
That's where
we are talking about leadership.
But I think that politics, leadership and governance. So we can mention a bit of
exactly.
politics.
I'll tell you what.
Exactly.
On matters governance. We are talking about on matters governance here.
Let's move on because I'm seeing that our time is running. Earlier on you mentioned that ANC party in Salem Davadi is you can say that niye ndiye atabeba hiyo bendera ya OCA members. What makes you say that? Because I'm seeing that almost all the principals except the Ford Kenya party leader Moses Wetangula are saying that they will be in the ballot wakibeba hii bendera ya OCA.
Vile unaona saizi kila kitu vile inaendelea. Saizi imejulikana ya kwamba farasi ni watatu. Na kuna wengine ni punda, tuseme tu kweli. Na hata tumeona tukiangalia historia ya siasa kuanzia hapo mwanzoni, kulikuwa na kina Wafula, kina Wakoli walikuwa wanasema nataka kuwa rais, kukakuwa na kina Alfred Mutua wanataka kuwa rais, lakini twende nao kwa reality on the ground ya kwamba tuko hapo na William Ruto ameonyesha interest ya kwamba anataka kuwa rais. Tuko na Honorable Raila Odinga hajatangaza bado, of which mwenye anamtangazia ndio huyu hapa. tuko hajatangaza bado, tukubaliane. Tuko na
anapewa wasiwasi sana.
Hakuna wasiwasi tuko nayo kwa sababu
anapewa wasiwasi sana.
Tuko na honorable Musalia Mudavadi ambaye ameonyesha kwamba ako na ueledi, ako na nafasi mzuri ya kushinda. Na tuko na kina Kalonzo Musyoka na kina Gideon Moi. Now this is the thing. Ya kwamba under OKA, it's very clear that it is open. They are making a coalition, like we had NASA coalition. Now, after doing their research, and they do, we can have a boardroom kind of a meeting. Na tuseme ya kwamba now they have decided it's Musalia Mudavadi. Or they can say that according to the wave, it's Kalonzo Musyoka. You see? But for me, niko na imani sana. Kama mwana OKA, kama mtu ya Musalia Mudavadi, mtu mtetezi wa Musalia Mudavadi kutoka mashinani, mimi najua ya kwamba Musalia Mudavadi is going to be given the mandate of carrying the flag. Na tuko tunaenda kushinda. When you look to the history, and my friend, don't be ignorant. When you look to the history of this country, you understand that after Kenyatta it was Moi. No one knew that Moi is coming to be the president. Am I right?
That is right.
After Moi you had Kibaki. Politics in 1990s, the early 1990s, Kibaki was not in the equation. It was Matiba, it was Jaramogi Odinga. Kibaki was not in the equation, but he came and took over as the president. Now we cannot rule out and you say that we are losers, we are what? We are not like now. Let us be realistic. Raila Odinga was good, but it's the past. Saizi anajaribu kufurahisha watu wenye the top elites ya kwamba yeye ndio mzuri kwa wanaweza watetea maslahi yao, but tunataka mtu mwenye anatetea maslahi ya Wakenya wote.
I'll come to you, Alex, now. Do you think that Musalia Mudavadi will be the one who will carry the flag of One Kenya Alliance?
Well, there's a confusion. There's a confusion in that house because we have just seen 2 weeks ago that Gideon Moi, on that particular delegation meeting, was held in Bomas of Kenya. He was endorsed, and all the people from his particular political party, they said he's going to carry the flag of KANU as the president. So the discussion there was not if they are going to agree on OKA, principalities, or that the principalities of KANU as a party. So that's why I'm telling you there's a very concrete confusion among those particular people. We have seen this guy Mudavadi. Mudavadi has been singing the presidency song all along. And I'm sure Mudavadi pia atataka kusimama pale. Tukikuja kidogo tunaona Mudavadi Wetangula hajasema kama atasimama kwa kiti ama bado. So it means there's this fusion force is between now Mudavadi and Gideon. And I will tell you what. Mudavadi, at this particular time, Mudavadi has been crying all while that Raila denied him opportunity. So I think Mudavadi, to me politically, is going to take this as an advantage for him because he cannot be able now to leave this particular space that he has. So there's no way he's going to give an opportunity to Gideon Moi. On the other side, Moi, there's a force, political force that is pushing him to take this. People believe that Moi is the only person who can be able to bring up, the spirit of KANU. And the spirit of KANU can only be brought out when he's going to vie for presidency. So I think, and I want to be a seer here, just to try to be a seer here. Prophetically, I think there are going to be a very heavy divorce very soon. It is coming before even the election. And it's coming before even the election. OKA principles cannot be able... let me finish. OKA principles cannot be able to read on the same page. Whereas some of them, they have even opened another page.
Yeah,
so they're not reading on the same page right away.
Yeah, I like us to wind up our first part. And the question that I will throw to you, I'll start with you, Anzia. Raila Odinga and the OKA members have been making trips to Mount Kenya region. Even Som Salim Davadi was there the other day. Do you think that maybe Raila Odinga, let's start with Raila Odinga, will pick a running mate from Mount Kenya region?
Yeah, there is a probability. It's them who gave the demand that when you want our votes, you need to give us the deputy president position. So they are doing all things possible to make sure that they get those votes in the bucket. So there is possibility that Honorable Raila Odinga to pick the running mate from Mount Kenya, of which I think where we need to place the people of Western, where we need to place the people from Coast. So Honorable Raila Odinga was debating on the BBI to pass, of which it failed. Now they need to come up to the table and decide what they're going to do about it, of which it's for them to talk or to speak about it. But for me, in Oka, we are okay. I think we are going to, I think Honorable Musalia Mudavadi is working on it. We are going to get them on board.
And Musalia Mudavadi even said that he's working on finding a deputy president from Mount Kenya.
For sure, yeah, for sure. Nikidhani.
And now, where will other Oka principals be placed if it goes to Mount Kenya? Because it is
that's the head.
I told you there's a confusion in that house.
Then we have Wetangula Western, we have Kanu is from Rift Valley. So where will these principals?
They'll be delegated, maybe the committee secretary positions.
you see, to tell us. That's the way the headaches is. But with the time, like I said, we are still having time.
There's no time. And time is running out. These people, they have to come together and be able to realize.
And that's about me to discuss. But one thing I know, that Mount Kenya will be on Oka. That's one thing I know. But about the running mate and his cabinet ministers and all that, I think it's about the party leader to decide, which with the time it
party leader. There's a problem with that house.
That is the point that many Kenyans are raising. They are saying if Mudavadi is working on getting a deputy for Mount Kenya region, and there are other Oka members, 3 of them, where will they be placed? I think that Anzia has given the opinion of his boss, which is the party leader, Musalia Mudavadi. Now I'll come to you, Alex. Do you think that Raila Odinga will pick a running mate for Mount Kenya region?
Well, first of all, let us remember the sentiments of His Excellency, the President, when he said that it is high time that this country should be led with different people. You know, we are talking about, I personally, I see it as the Raila Amolo Odinga, though he has not been able to say whether he's going to be in the ballot or not. But I have confidence 100% that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to the ballot, because he's the only person who can survey this country. Talking about the deputy president, you know, cards have to be played. Politics is like playing cards. So it is, I cannot be able to predict right now, but I think I have a very strong feeling. You know, politics, I don't have a grudge personally with the Oka principle, that is Mudavadi. You know, when you're talking about coming up with a very strong kind of strategy to win the 2022 election, because the only person is Ruto. I think Ruto is the only threat in this country right now in terms of 2022, as long as the politics is concerned. So I think the best criteria and the sentiments of the president, we should not just take it for granted. So I think there's a possibility. That's why I've told you there's a very strong divorce coming out in the principalities of Oka. Oka is not going anywhere. Those people, they need one of them, and that is Mudavadi, to come out very strongly and to be able to kneel on Baba. I think there's a very big probability that Mudavadi can come up and be able to join Baba in the deputy presidency position. That one is going to create and you see, it's going to balance everything.
Or the vice versa.
No, it cannot be the vice versa. I think you are given time to speak. You know, he didn't say that. Right now he's saying it's
so much open.
No.
I cannot decide for party leader. But
it cannot be vice versa. I'll tell you what. Because if it's going to be vice versa, these people should not be having that. You know, they still want Baba to come on board. Regardless, they're having these particular meetings of themselves, but they feel they're lacking something. There's a space, there's a gap that Baba left, and that space cannot be able to be filled with anyone. It is very big. These people, they're very small. Regardless, they're going to get anyone from elsewhere to fill that particular gap that they cannot. So I think Mudavadi and Baba can be able to form a very strong kind of coalition government
affiliation come 2022.
So according to you, you're saying that Raila would not pick the right?
No, I'll tell you what. We have been having speculations that, and this speculation and stereotype that only that particular deputy president position should be filled with people of the mountain. Kenya. These people have been ruling us. And you see, it is high time that also other communities to be given an opportunity to be able to, to showcase leadership positions. And I remember, Baba could not be able to visit the mountain during those times. Why this time? So it means, regardless, Baba can be able to come with these terms, and those people, they're going to listen to him. Still, people are still negotiating. People are still having this delegation. People are still having summits of leadership. And I think very soon we are going to, if Baba, the time Baba is going now to declare officially that is going to be ballot, that is the same day he's going to get his running mate. And I have very positive and very confidence that is Musalia Mudavadi.
Yeah, as we finish up.
Kidogo tu. You heard in his statement that our biggest threat that we're having right now is Honorable William Ruto, which we as OCA, we believe that our biggest threat is poverty. Is bad economy.
I said politically. That's what I said. No, and I think you should not be able to quote me wrong. I said
on Ruto's camp,
I said they believe
that Raila Odinga is the threat.
Now let us not be here,
in their camp, they believe that Ruto